It's the Line Makers on Sporting News.
Welcome to the Line Makers on Sporting News. I'm Micah Roberts. Sportsbook Industry Report. Sportsbooks lose once again. I know it sounds like a broken record. Usually sportsbooks only lose 4 or 5 times in an NFL season, but this season they're already up to 8, 9 losses depending on which sportsbooks you look at. This past week was real surprising because there was a mixed balance of favorites and underdogs winning. The favorites went 8-7 against the spread. Usually that's a bookmaker's dream. You won't see a lot of parlays hitting, a lot of teasers hitting, but in this case, the big 5-team parlay, the big 14 parlay hit. Those teams were the Packers, Colts, Redskins, Bears, and Broncos, and a lot of people had those. Didn't matter that the Patriots didn't cover. Those other 5 teams were good enough for the bettors to do well. And when you're looking at a 14 parlay, you're looking at 10-1 odds, a 5-team parlay is 20-1 odds. Sportsbooks can't make up those odds, those differences out there, just on straight bets alone. So when those parlays come in like that, it's going to be a bad day for the books, and that's been happening routinely all season. It's been a very unique year for the sportsbooks. On Sunday night, we had a 4-way loss. It didn't matter what result happened with the 49ers and Seahawks, and the Seahawks blasted the 49ers in that game. There was no Monday night game, so that was kind of the game that the books had to rely on, and they had no chance of winning in that game. But after the game, the sportsbooks made a drastic change in the odds, and we saw the Seahawks go from 15-1 odds to win the Super Bowl down to 8-1. Now that's a huge change when you consider that they got to play 4 games on the road. They don't have any home games in the playoffs. Maybe a little inflated or too low of a price out there when you think about it. The 49ers went from the 7-2 favorite all the way to 7-1 to win the Super Bowl there. Now the favorites, we have the Broncos and Patriots at 7-2. Quick Major League Baseball notes on the futures. The Blue Jays have dropped all the way from 50-1 down to 10-1. We have a lot of key signings out there. They just got R.A. Dickey. They've added Melky Cabrera. They made the big trade to get Josh Johnson, Jose Reyes, and Mark Burley from the Marlins. And they're going to be a team to contend with. And you consider now that the Yankees and the Red Sox aren't the teams that they used to be, the Blue Jays could be looking at their first playoffs since 1993 when they World Series. As for the Yankees, we haven't seen them 12-1 to start the season out since 1994, and I think Buck Showalter was the manager then before this great run. So there's a lot of value out there for you Yankee fans, or perhaps not knowing how they ended the season last year. If you're looking for the San Francisco Giants, who just won the World Series, 14-1 odds. Pretty good odds for a defending World Series champion. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.